correct?
Correct.
For the upper units. And
Correct.
That's an existing condition, and that and it will be in the proposed condition as well, am I correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Any other questions from the board? Is anybody here to speak in support of this proposal?
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. Nina Tramelli with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. We would like to go on the record in support. During the community process, this proposal received support from the abutters and from Eagle Hill Civic Association. Thank you.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. Ricardo from the Office of City Councilor Lydia Edwards. The councilor would also like to go on the record in support of this proposal.
Thank you. Anybody to speak either in support or in opposition? Any raised hands?
Madam Chair, the raised hand is not associated with this case.
Okay. Given that information, may I have a motion, please?
I make a motion to approve with
Parking is insufficient. Article 53, Section 9, additional lot area is insufficient. Article 53, Section 9, lot width is insufficient. Article 53, Section 9, lot frontage is insufficient. Article 53, Section 9, the floor-to-area ratio is excessive. Article 53, Section 9, usable open space is insufficient. Article 53, Section 9, front yard is insufficient. Article 53, Section 9, the side yard is insufficient. And Article 53, Section 9, the rear yard is insufficient. Name and address for the record, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. Jeff Drago from Drago and Toscano with an address of 15 Broad Street, representing Chris McHugh, the owner, and Peter Vankos here as the architect on the project. As was mentioned, this proposal is seeking to erect a 3-story residential condominium unit building with 4 condominium units and 4 interior parking spaces at the ground level. This building will also be fully sprinklered and have a handicap lift provided for all 3 of the floors. This particular lot is an empty vacant parcel along Geneva Street. Formerly it had a garage on it that was taken down. It's now vacant. The lot size is 2,352 square feet. This particular zoning district is multifamily residential in the area.
So, Councilor, stop right there. If this is a 2,352 square feet, this is an MFR, how many units would you be allowed to construct as of right?
About 2 units, Madam Chair.
Okay, so please go ahead.
And that would be based on all of the dimensional requirements, not the use, just to be clear.
Okay, go ahead.
To go over the floor plans, the ground floor would have the 4 parking spaces on it, individual storage unit, and the elevator shaft for handicap accessibility. Unit 1, as we go up to the first, on the first floor, is 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 808 square foot unit. It also houses Unit 2, which is a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 854 square foot unit. We go up to the Unit 3 and 4 above. Unit 3 is a 1 bedroom, 1 bath at 811 square feet. And finally, Unit 4 is a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 855 square feet. To go over the violations that were mentioned, additional lot area required per unit would be 1,000 square feet. For each additional unit, we would have 352. Our FAR allowed for the area is 1.0. We're proposing 1.68. Minimum lot width and frontage is 40. We have 29 feet, 32 inches. Open space required is 200 square feet per dwelling unit. We have 100 square feet per dwelling unit. Front yard required would be 5. We're at 0. Side yard required is 5. We have 3 feet on the right. We are on the property line on the left. Our rear yard required is 30. We're at 10. And we Parking would be required for 6, but we have 4. We are walking distance to the police station. This isn't a flood hazard district, but we are proposing no unit or living space on the ground level, just mechanicals, and this isn't an iPod district as well.
Okay, so hold on a second. Colette, can you please go back and show us the street view? Not the existing street view, please? Yes, hold on right there. Okay. So were those buildings on either side, were those new construction?
Yes, when you say new, a couple years back, but yes, that street has been primarily commercial for years, and just over the last few years, it's starting to sort of come to life. It's a private way down the middle as well. My client, for the record, agreed to pave the entire street that's in pretty bad shape.
And is that why you have the B address?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and it is a separately platted lot, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Let's see. Have you, so mechanicals, if you're in a flood hazard zone, should your mechanicals be in the basement?
Yes, as long as they're above the floodplain, so we elevated everything to meet the code requirements.
Okay. Mr. Ehrlich, how are the plans?
The drawings are okay. Mr. Drago, I'm curious what the width of the parking spaces. There are no dimensions shown on the drawings.
We believe they're, you know what, Peter Vanko, I know, is on the call. If
Peter just sent something to Stephanie, Madam Chair.
Okay.
A diagram he stated in the chat. But I can unmute him if you like.
Please unmute him. Yes, thank you.
I'm just looking for the number for how many feet in width.
One second.
Still on?
Yeah, he's on the phone. Sorry about that.
Okay, that's okay.
Peter?
Yes, hi, Architect Peter Vanko here. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead and tell us the dimensions of the parking spaces.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ehrlich, for pointing that out. We have 2 standard Boston City standard parking spaces, 8.5 by 20. Overall in width, we're 8.5. 2 of them are the correct length, but 2 are a length that would be considered a compact space. But they are 8.5 wide, 8.5 feet wide with a 10-foot drive aisle.
So in other words, there's 2 of them 8.5 by 20 and 2 are what, 8.5 by 18?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Okay. I would, Madam Chair, I would just point out that the BPDA recommended denial based on excessive lot coverage.
Yes, I was going to get to that. You jumped me to it. Any other questions from the board? Is anybody here to speak in support of this proposal?
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. Lina Tramelli with the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Services. During the community process, this proposal received the support from Gulf Street Citizens Association. The applicant addressed most of the concerns of the abutters and agreed to continue working with the direct abutters on the left regarding the location of the side windows and to fix Geneva Street. As long as this agreement stands, the Office of Neighborhood Services support this proposal. Thank you.
Good morning.
Ricardo, are you going on the record?
Yes, I am, Madam Chair. Thank you. And members of the board, Ricardo Patron from the Office of City Councilor Lydia Edwards. I'd like to echo the comments of the Mayor's office. The council would like to go on the record in support of this proposal on the condition that the applicant continues to work with the abutters on the left regarding the alignment of the windows, and that the applicant commits to paving Geneva Street as previously mentioned. We'd also like to ask that the alignment of the building relative to the 2 abutting buildings, the front setback, be looked at specifically during the design review process. And just really quickly, Attorney Drago, you mentioned that the 3-foot setback is on the left, we would like to ask for confirmation on which side of the building the 3-foot setback is.
Hi, Ricardo. The 3-foot setback is on the left-hand side, just to confirm, and that was something we worked with the abutters to ensure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other raised hands, either in support or, please, may I have the BPDA on the record? Jeff, are you on?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Jeff Hampton, Senior Zoning Planner of BPDA. We did back in March recommend denial without prejudice due to excessive lot coverage.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
Madam Chair?
Go ahead.
Secretary here, we have 12 letters of support and 1 letter of opposition.
Okay. You know, I'd like to go, now that we have, so any other raised hands, either in support or in opposition?
Yes, Madam Chair, I'm just going to go first to the end. Mark Stavansky.
Yes, hi, Madam Chair, members of the board. Thank you for allowing me to speak. I'm a local resident of East Boston and very familiar.
Hold on. Everybody who puts their name needs to put who's going to speak either in support or in opposition. Please put your name and address on the record and very briefly tell us if you're in support or opposition. Okay? Thank you.
Mark Stavansky, 9 Jeffrey Street, East Boston. I'm here to speak in support. Geneva Street is a very challenging private way. It kind of feels like the surface of the moon. And buildings like this and, you know, wonderful design that they've come up with and proposed, I fully support, and I hope you will too. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else to go on the record?
Yes.
Hello, my name is Alice Vish from 191 Porter Street in East Boston, and I'm here to speak in support of Project 14B on Geneva Street.
Thank you.
Nick.
Hi, my name is Nick Pundit, 14A Geneva Street, number 1. I'm speaking in opposition. We've had some great discussions with the owner of the property next door as well. We just have some concerns. Obviously, the small setbacks on either side of the building is concerning to us. 3 feet on the side that's on us and 0 feet on the side to the right of the building. In particular, we've got another issue with how far forward the building comes. It appears that the building is proposed to come further into the middle of the street, past the front of the 2 buildings on the left and the right of it in the picture of the plans that the board has. And Madam Chair and the board have raised great questions, and we have similar questions regarding to the density of this building and the amount of units being packed into it. Some of our neighbors in the building to the left of it, this gray building, have been trying to be a part of the community process and have attended all the meetings and have been involved, but we didn't get we got some new updated information regarding that at 4 p.m. yesterday, which is why official letters in opposition could not be submitted. So we would ask that the board reconsider and have the project owners commit to moving the building back so it's lined up properly with the adjoining buildings on the street.
Thank you. Is anybody else here? If you are, I'd like to hear from people in opposition. So any more raised hands?
Matthew Cunner. Matthew. Matthew, you're unmuted.
14A Geneva Street, Mac, you here?
Yes, put your name and address on the record clearly again, please. I'm a little hard of hearing.
Yes, ma'am. 14A Geneva Street, Unit 2, Matthew Cunha. I'm a direct abutter to 14A-B. I echo the same concerns as Nick just mentioned about the setbacks and the size of the building, along with the location of the windows. If the board could review those plans, because we got the plans yesterday at 4 p.m. and they were a little unclear. If the board could just review those again, would be appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other raised hands? And if you have a raised hands to speak either in support or in opposition, please give us new information.
No further raised hands, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Given the information from the abutters, the BPDA, all in support or opposition, please may I have a motion?
Take a motion for denial without prejudice.
And who is this?
Joe Ruggiero.
Thank you. Is there a second? There is no second. Motion doesn't carry. May I have another motion?
I'll make a motion to approve with extensive BPDA design review.
And what would BPDA design review entail?
It means looking at the placement of the structure on the lot, both reducing and moving.
So,
Can we put a proviso in for, so Geneva Street's a private way. Can we put a proviso in for the street paving?
Yeah.
no, those are separate issues. So Ms. Ambassador, can you mute everybody but only leave board members to speak? Mr. Ehrlich, so your request for design review is looking at size, the lot coverage, right?